Hello beautiful people and welcome back to another video by your girl here, Big Bubbly Beauty. It's great to see you all again. So today's video we are unboxing a Colourpop mystery box. So I bought the Colourpop Mega Mystery Box and it was $89. I believe it's supposed to have $200 worth of value in it, which is a lot for Colourpop because Colourpop is pretty cheap. But I'm really excited because I do love a lot of Colourpop's products and I was just really excited to try a mystery box with them. So let's dive into it. Now I have nothing on my face because I have no idea what products I'm gonna get and I want to try them out all at the end, so I'm barefaced here. But knowing that they probably won't have foundation and concealer, I actually pulled from my own collection my Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Foundation and Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer as well. Both in the shade Light 60 N for the foundation and Light 60 N for the concealer. So let's get into the box. Okay, so the first things on top here are both single pressed shadows. One's a pressed shadow, one's a pressed glitter. Now I'm not a huge fan of pressed glitters. I'm not about that glittery mess on my face, so I'm not going to open it from its packaging. It's actually already exploded a little bit, but it's this kind of lovely bluish purplish green iridescent kind of shimmer, which is actually quite pretty. I think the shade is called If You Know, You Know. It's IYKYK. So it's an interesting shade name. I'm gonna put that back in because I'm just going to pass this along to someone who could appreciate a pressed glitter, but that person is not me. This next pressed shadow though looks like a very nice neutral shade. Let's open it up. It looks like a matte, Imperial Matte. Okay, looks like this nice kind of peachy reddish color here. So I'm just gonna swatch it. Oh, that's really light. It's kind of like this corally shade. It's a very light, very soft shadow, but I actually could see myself using that shadow, so I'm gonna keep that one. Next up is this in this little box here. What are you? Colourpop Super Shock Blush. Ooh, oh, it's very deep. Cheerio. It's a Super Shock Cheek Pearlized. I guess it's from the Adore You, Darling, I'm Yours. It's like a very romantic looking collection, but it's a very dark blush. Wow. Let's see what it feels like. That might be too dark for me, depending on how it kind of shears out. We'll have to see. Well, that's very pigmented, but it shears out quite nicely. It's actually quite a nice pigment. Does it smell? No, I'm imagining things. It smells fine. But that is the Super Shock Blush in Cheerio. I'm actually excited. Like, you don't need a lot for my skin tone. This is definitely made for deeper skin tones, which, yay, Colourpop. Good on you for that one. But it's definitely made for deeper skin tones. But I think that if I use a very tiny amount on my own skin, I could get away with it. Next up in here is a Super Shock Shadow. Keep the magic in closed jar tightly after use. Well, yeah, it's the Super Shocks. They dry out pretty easily. Let's see, this is in the shade Birthday Wish. Oh, okay. So kind of like this champagne-y color, but with some like purple reflex to it. Let's see how it swatches. Ooh, that's nice and soft. Okay, so it's more bronzy, but it does have some like purpley pink glitter reflex to it. That's a really interesting shade. I quite like that. That's definitely more of a topper than an actual like true shade, something you add to give it a little bit of kick, a little bit of sparkle afterwards. That's quite nice. This is a cream shadow in the shade Bronco. All right, cool, I guess. I've never had a cream shadow before. Okay, so it basically almost looks like a pot of concealer, honestly. Maybe it would be a good eye base. It feels like a cream pot concealer too. Like, it doesn't feel like a shadow. Does it turn into a shadow as I swatch it? I mean, it feels and looks like a concealer. Like the Glossier pot concealer. That's how it feels. I mean, like the shade too is basically like a concealer. So maybe I'll use this as an eyeshadow base, like a primer, but not a primer. We'll try that out. Oh, this is cute. Avocado Body Milk. And it's got like this little milk carton. So this is hydrate thirsty skin with a replenishing dose of lightweight moisture formulated just for the body. So basically don't use it on your face. And after you open up the little milk container, just this bottle of avocado, like it just like looks like the little glass milk jars too. That's really cute. I like it. Avocado body milk. How does it smell is the question. It smells really light and fresh. Kind of does smell like you want to drink it, but don't drink it. Don't drink it. Just don't. All right, this strawberry papaya face milk. Okay, so I actually have a ton of the face milks already, so I might pass this one along. I might not open it. It says that it's tropical and fruity strawberry papaya, antioxidant rich, revive tired skin and moisturize. But as I said, I do have a lot of the face milks already, so I might pass this along. Though strawberry papaya sounds amazing in terms of scent. I'm kind of sad to pass it along, but I do have too many of them already. A Jelly Much shadow in Saguaro, Saguaro. I don't know what that is. I really don't know what that is, but that's okay. Oh, that doesn't look very good to start with. Has it gone bad? It's very separated. It's very shiny though. Wow. If it's not gone bad, that's a very punchy glittery shade. Wow. I don't know. It looks like there's like very little product in there compared to what I would think, and it looks like it's dried out quite a bit. I don't know how much I trust it to use it. Yeah, it feels quite dry and stiff, so I'm just gonna toss that in the garbage. I think that's just because the Jelly Much ones dry out really easily, and it might be perfectly fine, but I have never tried them before, so I don't really trust it. Next, we have Blue Light Protection Serum Boost, Superfruit Shield, Lingonberry, whatever the heck that is. It's supposed to help shield skin from blue light emitted from electronic devices. I think this is kind of gimmicky. I'm not so sure how much that needs to be part of your beauty routine. Again, might keep this in the package to donate just because it's kind of skincare that I don't really want to mess with much right now. I am going through skin treatments to get rid of my acne, so I don't want to bugger it up. Let's just put it like that. Oh, there are layers to the packaging. But I want these, so I'm going to open them. Oh, okay. So it's two. So why is it wet? It's wet. Why is it wet? I don't like that it's wet. Oh, that is covered in oil. That is covered in oil. I think these are the two Soul Body Shimmering Dry Oils. One is for sure. The other is, yeah, another dry oil. Except I think one of them exploded in this packaging. I'm just gonna put that off to the side. It's not a product that I would really use anyways. A body oil with shimmer. There was two of them, but again, it had exploded en route, it seems. And yeah, got everywhere on my hands. So I don't really want to touch that anymore. Nah. Well, admittedly, this could be going better. My hands feel sticky now. Blech. Gross. Hopefully it didn't get on much else because it was kind of packaged on its own. The rest of the stuff looks fine. Just that one was like completely annihilated. Oh, okay. So this is a medium fluff brush. So this got a little bit of oil on it, to be fair. But, alright, so this is the medium fluff brush. That would actually make quite a nice highlighter brush. It's a little fluffy, it's a little bit dense, but it would make either a nice highlighter brush or almost like a concealer brush. It's very soft though. I like that. I like the coloring of it too. Very cute. So let's pick up this next. Oh, I feel bad about those dry oils because like there was two of them and like I might have wanted to try them, but they're both exploded. So I don't know which one's exploded. Don't know which one's damaged. It's just not worth it. They're definitely not dry oils. They're still very sticky. So this here is from the Animal Crossing collection, 5-Star Island Pressed Powder Palette. And it's got the little dog lady on it. I will admit, I never played Animal Crossing. I didn't have time, for being upfront. did not have time to get lost in that. But okay, this is a pretty nice shade range. Kind of upset there's a pressed glitter in a 4-pan palette because it just takes away one of them. There's only one matte, there's 2 shimmers. One is more like a matte with glitter, micro glitter in it. One is like a true shimmer and one is a pressed glitter. So it's okay. I don't know how I feel about it, honestly. Not sure if I would use that like ever. I might grab the box back. I have not swatched it yet, haven't touched it. It got a little damaged in transport, but I might put that to the side to donate just because it looks like it's for someone a lot younger than me. The color specifically, like the glitter and stuff, looks like it's meant for someone a lot younger than I am. The next one that we have is the What a Hoot Animal Crossing palette. There's just oil everywhere. It makes it so hard to pick stuff up. Okay, now this one I can use. This is probably the one I'm going to use for this video. So I will keep this one. And it's got this cute owls on the front of the packaging. And then it's got, admittedly this is a matte with micro glitter. Again, but less micro glitter, so it's fine. A dark brown shade, a shimmery metallic shade here, and another pressed glitter. Colourpop, why? But this one I actually might be able to use, especially for this video, so I'm going to keep this one. And again, because the colors look more neutral and more like something I could actually wear, whereas the other one, there wasn't enough color variation in a sense. It was too pink. And that's just it. It's not necessarily that it's too young, it was just too pink for me. I'm not a huge fan of pink. I can't help it, I'm just not. We have the All Natural Defining Mascara in black. Now, it's always good to have another mascara. I do have some ones open though, so I'm not going to open up this one. I'm going to use a different mascara for this video, but it's good to have more mascaras. Doesn't say anything special about it, but excited for it. A cream gel liner. Put Me on Your Lids. What color is it? In the color Boots. Brown, maybe? Nope. Whoa! That is not what I was expecting. Whoa! Cool. Ooh, that is hot pink. Hot pink. Wow. That is cool. I do have like a lot of cream gel liners, so I'll have to double check that I don't already have that color, but I'm pretty sure I don't. That is a hot pink liner. Wow. Oh, we have another one in the shade Make Love. Red, maybe? Nope. I am like 0 for 2. Oh, this is a pen one. This isn't a cream gel liner. This is a liquid liner. Sorry. And Make Love is like this marigold shade almost. Yeah, like this marigold, yellowy, orange, bronzy color. That's really pretty, actually. Okay. Okay. You get some fun ones. That's neat. Next is Lippy Sticks in the shade Soft Side. I have no idea what color that might be. I'm not very good at guessing colors, I guess. Oh, it's brown. Yeah, it's very brown. Very, very, very brown. Again, I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna pass that along because that is just not a color I will wear. I'm not about wasting product this time around, just for a video. Next is the cream gel liner. Oh, another cream gel liner. Awesome. Wait, did I just get this already? In the shade Boots. You got 2 of this same one in the same box, Colourpop? That's a little wrong. So obviously gonna put that one to the side to pass along. Little upset about that. Next is a lippy pencil in the shade Ashton. Oh, yep, another brown. Pass that along too. I'm not gonna have a lot to put on my actual face, okay? But I mean, that's what happens with mystery boxes, right? Is you're not gonna get all the stuff that you want. So this is another Lippy Sticks in the shade Poison. Let's see, what shade are you? Oh, I'm gonna be able to use this, yes. Ooh, that is a deep red. Wow. That is a gorgeous deep wine red, almost like slightly berry tone color. Perfect for fall. I'm gonna like that. I'm gonna like that one a lot. That is pretty. That is a pretty lip color. Again, sorry for not swatching the other ones. It's just that if I'm going to pass them along, it's better to not open them and to not swatch them if I'm going to pass them along to someone else. Just for hygiene reasons. It's just, it makes me feel better about it all. So all of those, the ones that I haven't touched, the reason why I haven't swatched them is because I plan on giving them to a friend. Okay, so we just have 2 things left. So we have an ultra glossy lip and a So Juicy plumping lip gloss. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Plumping lip glosses. The shade is All Talk for the plumping lip gloss. Oh, okay, that looks interesting. Depends on how intense the pigment is when you swatch it out. Let's see. Oh, it's not intense at all. It's very sheer. Okay, so that's gonna be fine. That's gonna work. I'm just not sure on how plumping it's gonna be, and that scares me a little, but that's okay. That is okay. All right. Next is the ultra glossy lip in the shade PS. Oh, okay. Yes, it's in the shade PS. That's an interesting color too. Oh, that's an interesting brush. It's almost got like an actual brush as the wand, but it looks like the brush wand thingy is already like fraying, which is a little weird because brand spanking new. It's a bit orangey. I don't know how I feel about it considering that the actual wand is already frayed, but it's a decent-ish color. Could try it, I guess. So that is everything in the box. Now, in terms of value, I don't think it's worth it. Honestly, Colourpop is a really affordable website for makeup, and if you're going to spend $89, you might as well buy stuff that you know that you like and are going to use, because it's pretty cheap to get the stuff that you would want. Now, in terms of what I got, there was a decent amount of product there, but some of it was already damaged and some of it looked like it had gone bad. I mean, that was very few of it, but like the Soul body oils, I really wanted to try those, but they were exploded already, so not gonna do that. I don't know, I feel disappointed in it. I don't know why. It's not like it was bad. There's some good stuff there. It's just that I wish it was better. I think that's just it, is that I wish it was better. And I know that I got some stuff from Colourpop that I absolutely adore. And this did feel a little bit like a dumping ground for some of the stuff that didn't sell, which I shouldn't be surprised by, but I feel kind of cheated a little bit by it. But I do have some stuff for gifts for friends, so I'm going to put those to the side, and then we're going to play around with the stuff that I am going to keep and try out. Now, I did swatch this Bubbly pink liner, probably not going to use it. I'm going to try to find a way to incorporate this marigold liner into the look, which I probably can do with these shadows just because they'll go together. But we'll try out some of this stuff on and we'll see where we can get with it. I don't know, it just didn't feel like as good of value as it normally does. But that might just be me. Anyways, let's get into the actual look. So things I'm missing, again, foundation, concealer, not surprising. I'll need a bronzer and a highlighter as well, which I'll just use Colourpop ones that I bought myself. So it's an all Colourpop look. I'll use a different mascara though, just because I don't want to open this one, because again, mascaras go bad really fast. So I have a blush, I have eyeshadows, I have lip products. Let's get into it. Now, one thing I wanted to reiterate though, because I don't think I did it very well, is that I actually do love their cream gel liners. It's just that that shade was a little bit like, The fact that they included 2 of the same shade was a little suspect, little iffy in my book. It just means that that shade did not sell well at all. All right, so I'm just going to do my foundation and concealer, and then we will get into the actual products here. As mentioned, hyaluronic foundation, 60N. I don't know if it's just that I've been using shades that have been way too freaking light for me, but this feels nice to have a shade that looks like it matches me. Okay, foundation is done. I also just realized that they forgot to include brow products. That could also be because brow products are similar to foundations and that there's a variety of different shades that work for different people. So it would be a bit riskier to include it in a mystery box, maybe. Concealer. Let's The foundation is fairly light coverage, but I do like how it sits and how it feels, so I'm happier to add on a bit more concealer to do the trick. And I do like the shades in the concealer and the foundation match fairly well. And yeah, now remember, the concealer does like to settle into the creases a tiny bit, so could be better on that, but overall not too bad. So I wanted to try out both the hydrating lip gloss and the other glossy thing. So I want to try the plumping one just to see how much it's going to plump my lips. And then if it sucks, I can take it off without ruining my makeup. So I'm going to try the lip gloss first. So it's the So Juicy Plumping Gloss. That is much more pigmented than I thought. There's the peppermint. This straight up reminds me of a kid, this applicator. Of when I was a kid, I mean. Although they'd be like really fruity smelling and just clear gloss really, but oh, there's the tingle. I'm a sucker for pain, so I don't know if I'll like this. I don't know if I will. We'll see. Ooh, burns, it burns, it burns, it burns so much, so much, so much, so much, so much. Ah. Alright, now this might be the wrong order of operations, and if it is, I'm sorry. I just don't want to do it in any different way. So I'm going to do my bronzer. And it is the Colourpop Top to the Palm Pressed Powder Bronzer. I love this bronzer. It's like not too dark for me. It works really well. I quite like it. You'll notice one thing, I'm never heavy, or I try not to be heavy on any of my products except for maybe blush. That's probably the only thing that I tend to go heavy on is my blush. I don't know why. It's just kind of how I've always been. It wasn't until recently that I even started doing bronzer in the first place. But I tend to like just heavily blush face. I'm not a huge fan of like contour or like super duper highlight or anything like that. Alright, next we'll do the blush. The Cheerio Super Shocked Cheek Pearlized Blush stuff. I'm just going to try it with my fingers and maybe pat it out with a sponge after. Trying not to get too much. Okay, sponge it is. I have to be really careful with it because it is just so strong in terms of color. I wonder if this would be better with a brush instead. Let's try dipping it with a brush too. This might be the way to go. With a brush, and then maybe soften it with the sponge. It's probably good enough. Don't want to play with that too much because it's very easy to get it wrong, but that's good enough. Yeah, maybe not the best blush application I've ever done, but don't want to mess it up either. All right, so the next is my Super Shock Cheek in Flexitarian. That is my favorite highlight. I literally just get a little bit on my finger and then I just kind of tap it into the top. But I only just use my finger because I like a light highlight. If I have any blemishes up on the top, I try to avoid them when I put on the Super Shock because it does tend to cling to any blemishes that you do have. That is the one downside to the Super Shocks. So that plumping gloss actually isn't too painful. It's sitting pretty well on my lips so far. So, I mean, it's not hurting a lot is what I'm trying to say. Alright, so that blush definitely difficult to use for me, but for deeper skin tones it would be fine. This is quite pigmented and that's a good thing because then it will actually show up on deeper skin tones. Whereas like for me, I'm a pale girl, so I had to use a tiny little bit. And the undershade isn't quite my shade, probably a little bit too berry toned purpley for me, but it's still quite nice. Like it's still a nice blush. It's just that the shade match isn't correct for me and that I'm not expecting everything to be my right shade match either. I'm gonna just quickly do my brow. Well, so next is eyeshadows, not brows. Oh, I just realized I didn't use this brush. Oh well. I know the Colourpop brushes are good. Like this here is a Colourpop brush. So I already like the Colourpop brushes, I know that. So I don't need to really use them that much to give you an opinion on them. They're good brushes. So then for my eyes, we'll do, again, Colourpop brush. So we have a few things actually to try out. We have this cream shadow, which actually I should take on my finger first. The one in Bronco. And I'll put it down like an eye primer base, just to try it. It does feel so much like a pot concealer though. Like my Glossier pot concealer. That is what this feels like, just straight up. It is sticking a little bit more than I would like it to though. It's becoming harder to spread the warmer it gets, which is kind of the opposite of most potted products like this, is that they become easier to spread if they get warmer. There we go. Just added a nice base. All right, onto the What a Hoot palette. I don't know why I put it back in the packaging. I'm going to keep it. I'm not going to keep the packaging. I just don't keep packaging. So we're gonna go into this, I hate that it's got micro glitter, but we're gonna go into Celestial and just put it all over the crease as well. Kind of like an orangey shade. Yeah, it's got good pigment, easy to blend, pretty much what I would expect of a Colourpop shadow at this point. Okay, the first color is down. Now I'm going to take the darker brown shade here and just put that in the outer crease, being very sparing with it. I'm going to actually take a smaller brush than this, smaller fluffy brush. The shade is called Who, with a question mark, with an exclamation mark, I should say. And that shade is performing like garbage. It just purely does not want to blend. I'm gonna have to go over that with the lighter shade again afterwards. But we are stuck now doing that on the other side. It blended out much better on that side than the other one. But like still, what the heck? I'm just gonna see if I can't lighten that up a little bit with more of that first shade, Celestial shade. Yeah, considering it's a 4-pan palette, if one of the shades performs like garbage, it shows. Okay, I'm just gonna take some of that All Flutter shimmer shade and just put that all over the lid, or in the inner third of the lid with my finger. Okay, Colourpop, what you doing? Normally you're very consistent, but that palette sucks. Oh my god. Yeah, this is a garbage palette. Like it's not good. It is not good. I am sorry. That is not a good palette. Come up with a semblance of an eye look. It's as good as she's gonna get. We're gonna take this Super Shock Birthday Wish. Now it kind of has the wrong reflex for this, but we're just gonna put a little bit in the inner corner. It's like an inner corner sparkle. I mean, like, this is a nice Super Shock. I'm just not, it just doesn't really tie in with the look that I'm doing right now, so I can't use that much of it, otherwise it's gonna look weird. Now I'm gonna try actually the liquid liner, not the cream gel liner, the liquid liner, the one in, where does it say the shade on here? Make Love, which doesn't make sense on why it's yellow, but whatever. I'm gonna try that one underneath on that lower lash line. Now normally I would pull actually shadows underneath instead of doing an eyeliner underneath, but I quite like that. A, I didn't want to touch the shadows again. I'm sorry. And B, I wanted to try out that eyeliner and it didn't make sense to do it on the top. That's actually a really good waterline eyeliner color. I like that. I don't know if you can pick it up on camera though. It's very subtle, but it just adds like a little something different to it. So I'm just gonna do my Glossier mascara. There we go. And I'm gonna use the Glossier Boy Brow in brown for my brows. There we go, brows are done. Now, onto the lips. So the plumping lip gloss actually isn't that bad. It really doesn't hurt that much. I've gotten used to it already. It looks pretty nice. It looks pretty glossy, like pretty good. And actually way more pigmented than I thought it would be. I have a feeling the lip color is not gonna work with this look at all, but it is what it is. Because we have that lippy stick in Poison in Matte. It's gonna be very dark though, like very dark. I think while I'm waiting for my lips to dry off, I'm going to do my black eyeliner on the top. This is the Glamnetic Deep Space eyeliner. Time for the lippy stick in Poison. Okay, so that is the lipstick color on. I quite like it. It doesn't quite match with the eyes, but I think with this lip gloss topper, it's going to do just fine. It's actually quite a nice red. Like, quite a nice red color. I'm kind of a fan. I like it a lot. And the lippy stick is really easy to use. I just really suck at doing my lips. But that's quite nice. Quite nice. Quite pigmented. Goes on smoothly. I like it. I like it a lot. Now, last but not least is the lip gloss. The Ultra Glossy Lip in PS. It's got a bit of gold shimmer in it, which actually reflects the eyes quite nicely. So I like that they match now. And that is the final look. So overall, the products that I did get and use, I liked except for the eyeshadow palette. Normally I love Colourpop eyeshadows, but that eyeshadow palette was just, it was terrible. It sucked to work with that dark matte shade. Like the one true matte in the entire palette sucked. So I don't know. If it's a 4-pan palette, the 4 shades have to be incredible. And those just weren't. But the rest of the stuff I love. Now, like I said before, the blush wasn't quite the right color, but that's okay. That happens. It's a mystery box. It's not all going to be made for you. But at the end of the day, I do like the look, and I love Colourpop products. I just think that given that they're so affordable, I think it's better to actually just buy what you want rather than get a mystery box, because they do have sales occasionally and they're pretty good sales and their prices are pretty good to begin with. So rather than waste money on a mystery box where you might not like any of the products that you get, or you might get skincare that you don't want, etc., then rather just buy the stuff that you like that's on sale. It's much more worth it that way, in my opinion. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time, beautiful people. Bye!